All right, I'm the one on the bottom, which means you're the one on top. Turn that down so we're not.
It's just two. It's just two guys sharing the night. Wait, what? What? What?
I was just talking about the waveforms on Audacity.
Oh.
I'm recording on my laptop today so that I can hopefully record this on the car ride to my family's get together tomorrow. I can edit it.
Oh, okay.
That's my goal. Probably won't happen.
On the 4th of July.
Yeah. We're recording this on July 3rd. Hopefully this will be up July 5th. If it's not, I got lazy. Jordan's bumping the table. Okay. Do you want to talk about this movie or do you want to do the snacks?
Let's start it off with the movie and then we'll get to the grocery store finds.
I'm going to read you the description of this movie. I want you to guess the name. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
This is Amazon original. And then I'm going to tell you the actors that are involved.
Okay.
After you guess the name. Time travelers arrive from 2051 to deliver an urgent message. 30 years in the future, mankind is losing a war against a deadly alien species. The only hope for survival is for soldiers and civilians to be transported to the future and join the fight. Determined to save the world for his daughter, Dan Forrester teams up with a brilliant scientist.
Why don't they just all just go back in time?
Father to
repeatedly
rewrite the planet's fate. What's the name of this movie? It's really stupid.
Time Zoners.
That's better. Do you want to have another guess? Or
Who's in it? Who's in it?
Starring Chris Pratt.
Oh, God.
J.K. Simmons.
Meh.
And Gail the Snail was in it. For a little bit.
Gail the Snail.
I sent you a snap of her.
Oh, that was the movie?
Yeah.
Ooh. I don't know. Traveling time bandits?
The Tomorrow War.
Yeah, I don't like that. Hey, that is good reviews. It's probably not even bad. You probably just didn't like it.
Pretty bad.
Nah, I'll be the
It's
judge
like,
of that.
okay.
We talking
You know how
84 bad? Wonder Woman? Or
worse?
Worse?
I would rather watch Wonder Woman.
Like-
Wonder Woman
like, so
1984 made more sense.
Made more sense?
Yeah.
Oh my God. That
You
might
know
be
how
like
Mission Impossible 2, have you seen Mission Impossible 2?
No, I don't really like those movies.
They're okay. They're dumb and stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if Tom Cruise like fell off of that airplane?
he had harnesses and stuff, but you know.
I know, but like what if?
The pilots were really they were trying to get him. They were trying to shake him off. I go and see those movies specifically so I can see how Tom Cruise is going to attempt to kill himself on film.
It is pretty cool, yeah.
He's crazy, but he really likes acting, and I respect him for that. This movie is like if I came to you and I said I have 15 shots for a movie, like really cool action shots.
Oh, I thought you meant like you had like a round lined up of like alcohol.
No.
Okay, I thought you were
Like,
gonna
I
be
have
like every time this happens.
Guy jumps from explosion.
Okay.
Buildings collapsing. Guy jumps out of building at the last second. Fucking
Yeah, Furious.
alien. Yeah, like a Fast and the Furious movie
With aliens?
Less plot. There are aliens. They're future aliens.
Do they look like? What do they look like?
They're The Edge of Tomorrow with Tom Cruise.
Yes.
They're like that, but more bony. It's not a very original design.
Okay, so they're.
I can pull up a picture here.
Yeah, I'd like to see what they look like.
But
But did you get my point before? If they can time travel, they can't like. How many people can time travel at once?
It doesn't make sense.
Yes, but look, hear me out.
Yeah, here we go.
If that's happening, why don't you just repeat it? Like before the aliens come, you time travel back maybe like a day or something, or then they never come.
So they can only travel between. Here's how they explain it. So time is a river. It's always flowing. They've built 2 rafts. Essentially, these are the time machines.
Doesn't time like not exist?
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
Okay, so time is a river.
Time is a river. The time machines are 2 rafts. So they can jump between the 2 rafts, but the rafts are always moving. So 2021, 2051, 2022, you're not going to end up in 2051. You're going to end up in 2052.
Okay. Right.
Why they chose 30 years, I don't know.
30 years.
But
is that like a reference to some other...
It's probably Back to the Future did 30 years, I think.
Yeah.
So fucking rip that off.
No, well, sometimes they do stuff like that to pull it out of other movies that are like an Easter egg type of thing.
This
sort of
movie fucking sucked, so I don't know about that.
Was Chris Pratt good in it?
I mean, Chris Pratt's kind of good in everything, but he just plays that guy.
So he was the only good thing about this movie.
J.K. Simmons was pretty cool.
What about Gail the Snail?
I mean, she was in it for like 15 minutes, but I mean, you know, they didn't salt her. Yeah, she didn't do that. She also looks like...
Swallow it or spit it out.
Not on the floor. She's mashing it.
I'm 30. I'm sexually active now, Mom.
You're 33 years old. You're supposed to be sexually active, not giving your uncle hand jobs under the table. That show's so good.
Yeah, it's probably the best show ever made.
It's up there.
Oh yeah, for sure. Anyway, continue about the aliens. You're gonna show me a picture.
It legitimately, there are no pictures. I'm scrolling here. I can't find them. All
just
I see
type in Tomorrow War or whatever this is.
They're called white spikes.
And
that's what I googled. And I have
just type in alien.
An arm.
Oh, that's what they look like.
That's one of their tentacles, and then it's just a bunch of people standing.
So are they the ones from what is it, Contact? Were they the squid people?
Arrival?
Or is it Arrival? I
with
mean,
Amy
Arrival,
Adams.
Yeah.
And
I love that movie.
It's all right.
So do they look like that?
No.
No.
They look like the tentacle aliens from... Have you seen any of the King Kong movies? Like Peter Jackson's King Kong or the more recent one that you claimed doesn't exist?
I saw the one with Jack Black.
Yeah. Does King Kong fight the skull guys? Like the skull monsters?
No, I don't remember that happening.
King Kong skull monsters. These guys. They look kind of like a cross between that and the things from the Tom Cruise Edge of Tomorrow movie.
All right. What was the name of this? Tomorrow War?
The Tomorrow War, and the aliens are called white spikes. Anyway, the people in the past, like they're watching like the World Cup or some bullshit soccer game, and then these like a big portal thing opens up and all these soldiers come running out, and they just start talking, and they're like, hey, we're from the future. We come back to recruit soldiers from all the armies of the past so that we can fight because we're on the edge. We're going to lose. We need help. Yeah, I guess.
They're kind of cute looking.
They're weird. Like, it's not a bad design. It's just completely unoriginal.
It's like a mutated dinosaur. I mean, I've never seen that before.
So they come back and they're like, okay, at one point, after a little while of that, of recruiting soldiers and getting them to the future, they set up a worldwide draft, because there just aren't enough people.
So does this is full blown, like the entire world is being attacked by these. So this is sort of like
there are 500,000 people left on Earth in the future.
That's it?
Yeah, that's what they say.
So the aliens just annihilated everybody right off the bat, and then
okay. And they don't know where they come from.
And why are they at Earth? It's like Independence Day, or they
bang and eat.
Just need a new planet.
They're not like super intelligent, but then later they are kind of a little bit, but then they're not.
I'm sorry, but if you've conquered space travel, like if you're able to go to another planet, you're probably smart.
They get to that.
Okay.
It's one of the few things this movie explains.
What, do they have like one smart one and everything else is just...
I'm gonna get to it. That's at the last 15 minutes of the movie. Okay, so Chris Pratt's a high school teacher, former military person. They don't really go into what he did. So he gets drafted and his little daughter and his wife are like, we're gonna run away. They put a little arm, like, on a little arm thingy on him. They're like, if you try to run, this will track you and we will find you. You're going to the future, bitch. So she's like, go talk to your dad, who we found out that he does not like.
Why don't they just send Chris Pratt back to his younger self? Because they could have a more heart-to-heart. He could be like, look, like...
What?
Well,
Chris Pratt's in the present.
Right.
They're sending him to the future.
But he's already in the future.
No, he's going to the future from the present. He's in now.
He's in now, and then there's he in the other.
He dies in 7 years.
Oh.
That's one of the things, is that they're sending people they have to be dead.
Okay, well, you could have said that.
Before, well, they don't really explain it until about halfway through the movie.
Oh, okay.
This is why the way I'm presenting it is confusing, because it's a confusing movie.
Well, nah, it's probably not that confusing. I'll watch it.
Yeah.
So it'd be like, why? You don't have me in the future already? Like, what do you want, two of me? You know we're gonna bang, right? It's the first thing I'm gonna do. Just bang myself. It's
one of Drugan's vines. Is when you spend all this money to make 2 clones, and you walk in and they're just banging each other.
Yeah. Anyway, continue.
So they start recruiting all these civilians who have no idea what the fuck is going on. They're like, we're not gonna put you through any basic training. We're gonna teach you how to shoot a gun. That's about it. No physical, stuff. No tactical training. Nothing.
And that's it.
That's it.
Okay.
Then the base in the future is under attack. How they know this, I don't know. So they're like, okay, we have to get to the time machine. Everybody line up. We're going to the future. And then about halfway through sending people, they're like, oh no, there's something wrong with the coordinates. And it's essentially like in a video game, when you spawn in, they spawn like 150 feet in the air above Miami.
With no parachutes.
A couple of them land in a pool.
So they just all die.
Basically, yeah. Chris Pratt and the funny fat black guy survive.
150 feet into a swimming pool.
Yeah, the drop is like, that's in the air. The building's probably 5 or 6 stories, so they're falling 110, 120 feet.
Were they screaming?
Chris Pratt wasn't really.
Because he was aiming for the pool.
Yeah, he had
his head in the game.
He was like, I'm going. He went into a perfect no splash high dive. No. So the funny black guy, he survives. Luckily for the rest of the humor in this movie. Then they're immediately contacted by a mysterious woman. And she's like, hey, we need you to take all these people who have no training and get through this building down to the ground, cross the city, go up into this other research building where all of these military guys died, save all of our scientists who are hopefully still alive. They're not, by the way. They get there, they fight their way through a bunch of aliens. Gail the Snail, she's on point, she's got it locked. They get to this building, they go through, all the scientists are dead. They're like, what do you want us to do? She says, I need these 12 little things. She's like, go to this room, get the hard drives. Go to this room, get this thing. I need these 12 blue things from this room. Chris Pratt goes, he's like, okay, where are these? They're along the thing. I need the 12 things. I need 12. She's very specific, 12. He picks it up, there's 15. The continuity is just fucked. Whatever.
Do they win? Do they kill the aliens? Or
it's a fucking thing.
So they don't
understand how time works in this movie.
Maybe the aliens jumped from a different paddle boat on the time river. How long? So is it?
It's over 2 hours long.
No. I'm talking the river.
The river. It's all of time. This was a metaphor. It's
all of time, right? But is it in the shape of like a circle, going like this with other rafts on either side that you could jump to, and then you know.
So they asked the question, why didn't you build more rafts like in different points in time? And they say, it's held together with duct tape and bubble gum. Like, if we weren't at the end of civilization, we would still be testing this with lab rats. That's their explanation.
Right. So
they don't explain anything about any of the technical things. They don't have that moment in Avengers Endgame when he's doing all the technical talk about the Mobius strip and, you know, going into the Planck scale and messing with stuff. Like, they don't talk about anything to do with that. It's just, it's a river. We're on 2 rafts.
Yeah, they just needed an action movie to get some high schoolers into the theaters, probably.
Yeah.
What is this, PG-13?
Yeah.
PG? Yeah.
I mean, this is an Amazon original. It didn't even go to theater.
Oh, okay. Not all that stuff's bad.
No, not all of that stuff is bad. There's a lot of really good stuff. The Boys is really good.
Yeah, that show's amazing.
Chernobyl, I mean, that's HBO, so that's kind of on a different level.
Well, that's good too.
But that's amazing. Like, they can make good stuff. This was not good. So they get to the future. They find the things. They're fighting their way through. Gail the Snail's partner guy who she was on point with, you know, checking shit out, watching stuff, keeping an eye on everything. He falls and breaks his leg. And the guy who's done this like 3 times before, he's like, no, we got to go. We can't stop to save him. Yeah, we just got to keep moving. And Chris Pratt says, no, we need to stop taking these untrained civilians out of here. We need to stop and face the horde. There's like 100 of these aliens coming at him. And there are bombers incoming to blow the shit out of the city. He says, no, we need to take these untrained people in this bombing run back towards the aliens to try and carry this guy out. And the guy's like, no, go on without me, making this noble sacrifice. And Gail the Snail's like, yeah, go on without us. Because she made a connection with him that we never really saw. And she goes down in a blaze of glory.
They both die?
Yeah.
Chris Pratt dies?
No, Chris Pratt, he gets out of there.
Oh.
And the funny black guy, I know you're really concerned about him.
I don't know how many people are in this building at this point.
There are like
You
20 something.
A bunch of people didied right off the bat.
Yeah, they sent like 100 people back and like 20 of them made it into that one pool.
100 people is not a lot if you're...
Well, this is like one wave.
Right, so how many people total were they sending?
They were supposed to send... They're sending like thousands.
Oh.
But the time machine can only fit so many people.
Right, I get that.
So you send a couple, you move them in, and they're supposed to go to like another base in the future that's sort of protected, but the coordinates get all messed up.
Right.
So they spawn above Miami or whatever. So what happens next? It was really hard to follow because I also wasn't paying attention because it was so stupid. What happens next? So they get out of there. The bombs go off and Chris Pratt is knocked out and he wakes up in like a military camp. And the woman's there and she's like, hey, what the fuck? Did you get my stuff? It's like, yeah, I got your stuff. She's awesome. Cool. This woman is then revealed to be his daughter. Saw it coming a mile away.
Does she know that that's her?
Yes.
Yeah.
And they have sort of this, I guess you would call it a heart to heart. But at the end of that, she's like, we can't talk because that will change things or something. Like, I don't know.
What do you mean change things? They just told him he was going to die.
Well, he's going to come back.
Are they going to send him back to his other time period?
It doesn't make sense. Who fucking cares?
Yeah, if you brought me into the future and you were like, you were going to die,
well, they don't
but now
tell
we're going to
him.
send you back.
They're like, you die in 7 years. And he's like, well, what do I die of? And they're like, we can't tell you that. It's like, why can you tell him anything?
Yeah, you just have me come up here to fight a bunch of fucking aliens and you can't even even help me out a little. Like, I'm not getting paid to do this.
And the tour is 7 days. They say after 7 days,
you get to go back and die.
You get to go back to your time
and get hit by a car or whatever.
Yeah, he gets in a car crash. That's how he dies.
Really?
Yeah.
That's stupid.
It is stupid. This movie's stupid.
That's so avoidable too. It was like, hey, buddy, like, why don't you, get in your car 20 minutes earlier today?
It's so stupid. And like the movie has no idea how to deal with tone. Because it's like it's a Chris Pratt movie. It's kind of fun and airy. It's like a Jurassic World sort of. Like that's the vibe they're going for. The movie, it's like, oh, I found out that I'm going to die in 7 years regardless. And also, I guess, got drafted against my will to go fight aliens in the future.
Potentially die.
And probably die. Like 70% of people don't come back.
That seems like a...
And he has to go and like talk to his wife about it and his daughter. Like she's like 5.
Does she actually
and she's like the whole first 10 minutes of the movie after they find out about this and this draft starts going on, she's like freaking out. She's, waking up in the middle of the night like, please don't go, all this stuff before he even gets drafted. And then he gets drafted and he comes out and he's like, I have to go on a trip for about a week. And she's like, oh, you got drafted. 30 seconds before, they were having like a fun little jokey moment in the yard where she's digging a hole in the yard or something. And he's trying to show her how to use a shovel. He's like, no, yeah, like you're doing it right with your foot, but you have to use leverage to sort of pull it out. And he goes, oh shit. And he cuts like a power cable going into his house. He's like, oh, that was supposed to be buried deeper, I thought. I'll give you $20 if you tell your mom that you did that. And I didn't. And then it goes into, yeah, I just got drafted to go fight a war in the future. By the way, I'm going to die in 7 years in a car crash. Like, you can't just jump from one to the other.
Maybe his character is like bipolar or something.
I think that this whole movie's bipolar.
Sounds it.
This movie sucks. And it was hilarious to watch, though.
All I want to know is the ending of it.
I'm about halfway through.
I don't even need to like hear anything.
I'm gonna go
else.
through rapid fire.
The highlights.
So the queens, they have like the females are the queens,
right?
Of these
that.
aliens.
I assume they did.
They have to capture one because the biology is different, so they're immune to these toxins. So they're gonna do experiments. They run some experiments. Him and his daughter have this cool bonding moment. After she's like, no, we can't talk because that'll change things, even though she very willingly gave up her name and who she was.
Does she end up...
It'd be like if Kyle Reese showed up in Terminator, first saw Sarah, was like, hey, you don't know me, we're gonna bang, our son's gonna be the leader, you just gotta go, come on. But we can't, forget all that. we can't do that. It's like they have no character development whatsoever. So they get this thing, they have the monster chained up. It's just sort of sedated. It's just kind of lying there. They've shown no sign of...
It's got like it's on Valley.
Yeah, it's just high as a fucking kite.
Nice.
These monsters have shown no signs of intelligence. It's just
they're
like
just dinosaurs.
Eat, bang, eat, bang, eat, bang. That's all their motivations. Do they bang in the movie? No, but it's just like they just
that's
rapidly...
Just, they're an alligator.
Yeah, they just like... They fuck and they eat. That's what they do. And it's just like rabbits multiply, numbers.
Yeah, they're apex predators.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
They're cheetahs.
Right.
So they have this one and then they're like, we've got it. We've sequenced it out. We've got the thing that'll counter whatever and make our toxins, kill it. And then we get a perspective from the monster and it sees like Chris Pratt. He's like, yeah, we got it. And the monster's like, it looks at the vial.
Does it talk?
No. And then it starts freaking out.
Like it knows what the...
Yeah. Like they've shown no signs of intelligence. At least in like...
If you
Stormship Troopers, they're like, yeah, all these bugs haven't shown any signs of intelligence, but we have a theory that there's a couple of them higher up in the ranks of this, society that have intelligence and that are doing all this stuff. There's none of that. They're like, there's just nothing. So then the monster, the males, they all start swarming this base. It's in the middle of the ocean. It's on like an old oil platform. It's got all these, these huge walls around it. And how they had time to do this, I have no idea. And all these monsters are invading, and she's like, no, you have to go back in time and leave me here to die to get this thing to the past so that you can kill all the aliens when they show up. And he's like, no, I'm not leaving you. we can, I'm going to bring this back, but I'm going to come back and we're going to fight. It's like, I thought time was a river. So if you change one thing, if you make the river go right in the past, it's going to be going right in the future.
Right, but he's going to die no matter what. Is he going to die? So he's going to die before he can even get the vial that his daughter should have
It doesn't
had.
It's like, how you can go through like Back to the Future or Avengers Endgame or Terminator.
Well,
any
even
of
like
those
Terminator
movies,
doesn't really make a whole lot.
and
of
you can
sense
pick
either.
holes in it, and
Yeah.
you can do everything. But if you just kind of like, you don't really pay attention to it too much, like you just kind of like, okay, yeah, that makes sense, whatever.
I just think
Arnold
it's like,
Schwarzenegger's
I think
naked.
if time travel works, I think it's kind of like beyond our understanding.
Yeah, like it's just all of those good movies that involve time travel.
They don't involve rivers.
Like, it's just, it doesn't make sense when you really sit down and think about it. But if you're just kind of watching a movie, sure, whatever. Yeah, totally makes sense.
With Terminator, it's like, it makes you, like, when they find the arm in the second one.
Yeah.
See, it's like, to me, it's like, you could be like, okay, well, like, why is, if Kyle Reese wasn't there, then, what's his face?
John Connor
wouldn't exist, but he sent him back because...
Yeah, it's like a loop.
Yeah, so it's like...
So it always had to happen.
But, like, yeah, or, like, them finding the arm, like, I think, like...
Or there was a
this
first
is,
version
like,
of that where somebody else took over and sent Kyle Reese back, and then he banged Sarah, and then they had a kid, and John Connor...
Like, there's just all kinds of alternate
There was one
worlds.
that started it, but then from then on, it was just like this continuous loop. They all kind of make sense until you really sit down and pick it apart. This one, I wasn't paying attention to the movie at all. Well, I was paying attention.
How would you know that it didn't make
I was paying
sense?
attention to an extent, like, that a normal person would watch a movie. I wasn't, like, sitting there writing down notes or doing math or some shit. Like, I was focusing on it, but not overly so. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It contradicts itself several times. It doesn't understand how time travel works. It tries to Back to the Future it. I think.
So it's Starship Troopers?
Starship Troopers?
Starship Troopers with time travel.
Yep.
With Chris Pratt.
Yeah. And J.K. Simmons.
And then
And Gil the Snail.
then he gets the thing to kill the aliens, to bring it back to his world.
There's still about half an hour left in the movie, by the way.
Just tell me how it ends.
So he goes back, and they have the thing, and they're like, okay, we still don't know where the aliens come from, because there's no ship, there's nothing, they just kind of showed up in the middle of Russia. How do you think the aliens got there?
Probably by boat.
They were already there.
They were
crashed
already-
like thousands of years ago. The thinged it.
Yeah. Okay.
So then there's like this weird global warming message in there for like 3 minutes of how the ice melted, so that exposed the aliens.
So it's, oh my God. So this is the thing.
Yeah.
This is the thing. Starship Troopers and
Kind of Back to the Future and
Terminator. Yeah.
And Jurassic World, I guess, because of Chris Pratt.
You're really like making me want to watch this movie.
It's an interesting watch. Marcus maybe watch it.
Marcus?
Yeah.
Did he like it?
He said he wanted somebody to rage with him. So they're like, okay, we have the thing. We have the disease or whatever, the cure to our problem. We think we've figured out exactly, that the aliens are already frozen in the ice.
This doesn't even have bad reviews.
It's already frozen in the ice. They go to the government and they're like, hey, can you give us a plane ride over there so that we can go find the alien spaceship and kill these fuckers before it becomes a problem? The government's like, we don't believe you. Go fuck yourselves. And then just walk off. That's They're yeah, whatever. That makes sense.
So
So he has to go back to J.K. Simmons, get a plane. They go to Russia. They find the alien spaceship. They're like, hey, these guys don't look like the aliens. Oh, they were the spaceship people, and the aliens we were fighting were the cargo.
What?
So
What do you mean?
Like they were like cattle, essentially. Or they were going to be used as a weapon. Like you put these things on a planet.
Oh, and then they just
wipe everything out. And then you go in and you set up.
thawed the... Wait, I don't know. I don't get what...
So they're in the past. And the ice has not melted, so they find the ship.
Where are they?
Russia.
Russia doesn't... I don't think there's any place in Russia that's snow. Like...
Yeah.
24/7?
It goes pretty far north.
I suppose so, but I mean, even like...
Russia's big.
No, okay. So they're... Okay, so... All right, yep.
So they start stabbing these little sack things with the stuff. And they do a bunch of them. And then they all like start wriggling around. And then they split out of their case and they're all goopy and dissolving from the stuff. But that sets off the other ones that they haven't stabbed yet. And they get out. And they start tearing across the Russian Arctic. I guess it's not Arctic. I don't know. The Russian tundra. And J.K. Simmons and the funny black guy shoot them. Most of them. One of them gets away. It's the female. The most dangerous one. The one that can sometimes see when a vial is a cure.
Well, if she was seeing that in the future, then maybe she was seeing it in the past, and that's why she was scared.
So she gets out of there.
And that also means their plan failed.
And Chris Pratt and J.K. Simmons, they snowmobile after her in an epic snowmobile chase. They sort of split up a little bit. J.K. Simmons sets up a dummy, and the thing goes after the dummy, and then he shoots it. And then he keeps shooting it because a sniper round doesn't really do anything to it. And then it's jumping at J.K. Simmons, and Chris Pratt, I think right before that, he goes, no! And then the thing's coming right at him, and he snowmobiles and jumps off the snowmobile, and the snowmobile smashes into the thing in midair. A little bit of Fast and Furious. They have like a 10-minute long fight with this thing. They stab it a bunch. He injects it with the thing in one of its tentacles, and it sort of starts dissolving from the tentacle down. So it rips its tentacle off. So it can't get to the thing. Like it can't get to the rest of it.
Yeah.
And then they're on the edge of a cliff, and they've stabbed it in the eyes. It can also smell blood from 1.5 miles away. I forgot to mention that. Doesn't matter until this point in the movie. Which also doesn't make sense, because if it can smell it from 1.5 miles away through buildings and stuff, why wouldn't it be able to smell it through your skin?
I don't know.
But whatever.
Maybe it's like a shark.
Yeah, but a shark that's like in a different medium and it sort of spreads out. You know what I mean?
That's oh yeah. Yeah, that doesn't make sense on land.
Yeah, because your blood doesn't like vaporize.
Yeah, no, it's dumb.
So Chris Pratt is on the edge of this cliff, and it's sort of flailing around blindly because they took its eyes out. And he's like, I'm going to have it charge at me, and I'm going to take it off the cliff. It's going down. And then J.K. Simmons is like, shing. Cuts his hand, and things sort of like whips towards him. He's like, I'm sorry, for everything that I... Because he like abandoned his family or whatever. Who cares? So then it starts going after J.K. Simmons, and then Chris Pratt tackles it.
How big is this thing?
It's like a medium horse.
Okay. Yeah.
So he tackles it, and then they like punch it off the cliff. He boxes with it. That's pretty cool. They punch it off the cliff with the syringe thing. Like he punches the vial of stuff in its mouth, and then it chomps down on it and starts dissolving, and then he kicks it off the cliff, and then it splatters out.
And it smells its own blood.
And then I think that was the end of the movie.
That was really boring.
Yeah.
That sounds awful.
It's pretty bad. So now that most of the podcast is over.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's like half an hour. Do you want to do the drink or the snack first?
I think we need the drink to wash the snack down. Or we should probably do the snack, that way the palate's clean.
Okay.
Do you want me to introduce this?
You can introduce that. I'll introduce mine after you introduce that.
You said to find something new, something different. This is Halva plain with vanilla. And then
some sort of a spread.
It's a Mediterranean sesame fudge.
What?
A Mediterranean sesame fudge.
Doesn't look like a fudge.
Right, and so
Looks like a tub of hummus.
I thought it looked like the dough that you buy.
Yeah, pizza dough.
Yes. So it looks like pizza dough. Sesame paste, sugar, natural vanilla. I'm assuming we can just eat this. We should probably get a spoon. I don't think it's like a cooking ingredient. I don't know.
No, it comes in if it comes in a plastic tub, it has to be.
When it said fudge, so.
Would you like to see my snack?
Oh, I was gonna buy those. I'm excited about that.
We've got some Wendy's spicy chicken Pringles. The little Pringles. Look, he's sweating. Special offer on lid.
That looks delicious.
One, download Wendy's app. 2, enter the code under this lid. 3, unlock a special Wendy's offer. You get a special Wendy's thing. So I'm gonna crack these open.
Wendy's.
Do you want to do Pringles, drink, then pizza dough? What order do you want to do this in? We could dip the Pringle in the pizza dough.
I think we can, but yeah, let's try let's try those Pringles. This you might want to give this a smell test before you try it.
It just smells like a regular old Pringle to me. Pass it here.
Oh, it says it's traditional. Well, no, are we gonna
Well, I want to smell it.
No, you got to review like one item at a time. You can't just like
I'll take a Pringle.
reviewing too many things at once.
You can take a Pringle.
A single one?
Yeah. This show has turned into us reviewing food. A totally original concept. What does it smell like to you?
It doesn't smell good.
Just smells like a standard Pringle to me.
Yeah, it doesn't smell good, but it might taste good.
You got some crispy flavor edges on here.
Oh, that's bizarre.
It tastes like a Pringle with pepper on it.
No, I got the chicken taste.
I'm gonna go in again.
I got the chicken taste, and then it sort of fades away. No, that's pretty.
Oh, I got a little chicken there.
Yeah, it tastes like.
Those are interesting.
I like them.
I will continue to eat those on my off time. Unlike the Coca-Cola energy drinks or the Coca-Cola coffee. Speaking of which, budding.
What is this?
This is a Coca-Cola energy drink.
Yeah, it's nighttime right now.
Yeah, it is. We're going to take a sip, though. It is currently 10 o'clock. Be quiet. I'm going to use this sound as a sound effect later.
Why didn't we just review one thing at a time? What is happening right now?
Oh.
We just like...
Wow.
What is that? What language is that?
I think that's the language that Dennis and Mac were speaking.
Oh.
When they tried to
yeah, it's a...
scare that Jew out, as they say.
We can't send this. Why? Because it's racist as shit.
I don't want. We gotta be careful. I don't want to come off as anti-Semitic. Why? Because the guy's a Jew. Whoa! You can't say that. All right.
This smells like regular Coca-Cola.
It's got a almost cherry
with B
smell.
vitamins.
We're going in. Tastes like Coca-Cola
I don't like it.
with medicine in it.
Yeah, I don't like soda. Let's stick with the Red Bull.
Yeah, that's gross.
Do you want to grab a spoon for this?
I guess. Can we try it with a Pringle afterward?
I don't know. Let me see here. So it's hard. It's very, very firm.
Definitely feels kind of like a fudge.
And as you...
Oh, does it have a crust?
I don't...
Is it a little crusty?
No, I don't know how you're supposed to eat this.
That looks like a fudge to me.
Were you gonna dig in, or?
Well, you get
let
your
me
spoon.
let me get my spoon here.
And then I've yet to smell it.
I don't. Oh.
Giving it the old sniff test.
I don't know what that smells like. It doesn't smell like food.
Smells peanutty.
That's the sesame seed.
Yep, that would make sense.
And
smells vaguely sweet. What section of the store did you find this in?
aisle 3. That's where I find all my cool stuff.
Oh, okay. How big of a scoop are we going for? Oh, that's dry.
Yeah, it has a weird texture.
But it looks moist.
Yeah, it looks like ice cream. It looks just like ice cream, but it's like, not.
It's almost freeze dried. We've got pretty good sized chunks here.
I mean, this is
and
food. I think. I don't think they'd.
That's the quote for this episode. This is food, I think.
I mean, it's gotta be. Well, I was afraid it was for baking something or certain, like, and you don't want to just straight up eat it. You know what I mean? Like if you didn't know,
sherry?
yeah, like if that's gross because there's salt in it. You know, like, but like, no, I was thinking more like shit. Like, what if this is like, friggin' like lard or some shit, like some vegan lard, like we're supposed to cook with this.
You can just eat lard.
Yeah, but like. What my point is, like, just imagine you, or like Cresco. Is this Cresco, right? The vegetable? Crisco, yeah, the vegetable shortening. Yeah. Just imagine if you didn't know what that was. It's totally foreign to you. It comes from a different country, and you assumed it was like a spread or like ice cream or some shit.
Did I send you that video of Bernie on the Received podcast talking about Crisco?
No.
He's like, do you like food? Do you want it to be fatter and grosser? Put some Crisco on it. Eat up, fuckers.
Yeah, that's nasty. Okay.
We have to do it at the same time.
Well, yours is, you got way more on your...
Yeah, but yours is more spread out, see? I think we got about equal amounts.
Okay.
Here we go.
Oh, it scared me.
Oh, it's so dry. I hate it. Oh.
Oh my god. Ew. Ew. It's not even. It's not the taste. It's not the taste.
It's so gross.
It's so not. Weird. Yeah, it's not the taste. It's the texture.
I can't do it.
It Oh my god. It
Tastes bad.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't taste bad. It's not. It's not a strong taste. It's The reason I kind of like screamed was because it literally feels like
Pringles.
Like you have bugs in your mouth crawling around.
Like I was eating insulation.
It was no, it felt like something fuzzy. It felt fuzzy.
Yeah.
But how is that even?
That is a wonder of modern science.
Oh, that's just bizarre.
I don't even know how to describe that.
No,
it's like
it feels like you just ate a bunch of fuzzy like bugs or some shit. I don't know.
Do you know if you put cotton candy in water, it just like instantly dissolves? This is like that, but it goes instead of from like a light and airy thing into a liquid. This just goes from a solid into a powder.
Yeah, I don't. I don't know. You can have it if you want.
I don't want it.
It's
Oh my gosh.
Oh, give me a second. Let me. Maybe we're not supposed to be eating this. Let me look it up really quick. Because if this is something we shouldn't have put in our mouth, like.
I'm glad I didn't swallow very much of it.
Okay.
Are you supposed to like mix it with water and turn it into a paste?
I'll find out. I'll find out. Give me a second.
Oh my gosh.
Halva. I guess it's just Halva. Halva.
Oh man.
All right, so it's just Halva is what it's called. So there must be different. This is just traditional halva.
Were there other kinds of it, like on
I
the
don't
shelf?
know. I'm looking at It was just this sitting there, and I was like, "What the hell is this?"
You should ask one of the center store people if they have other kinds that they can order.
Hold on. No, maybe it's not called halva.
Ugh.
Halva.
Maybe that's like a brand.
No, halva plain. I don't like that recipe is the second thing that popped up here.
People want to learn how to make this.
How to make mouth-watering halva.
Yeah, it makes your mouth water because it turns into powder and dries your mouth out.
What is... Oh, shit. Also, no.
This will really test people if they listen to this podcast.
It's flavored with vanilla first. Delicate. Okay, so
I didn't taste it.
Just says it's flavored with neither flavored. Well, you spit it out.
I held it in there.
I didn't think it tasted bad. It was just okay.
Very sesame.
All right, we got sweetened sesame paste is flavored with vanilla for a subtle, delicate taste. That plain halva has a firm, chewy texture. That wasn't chewy. So I think we were eating it wrong.
Ingredients: sesame paste, sugar, natural vanilla flavor. What does that mean?
What's the brand name again? What does it say?
Ziad.
Ziad.
Ziyad. Traditional halva plain with vanilla, Mediterranean sesame. So it's what is the definition of a fudge?
I don't know.
Because that didn't taste like any fudge I've ever had in either taste or texture.
I guess you could just straight up eat it right out of the thing, but I mean it's
It has soapwort extract.
Has what?
Soapwort extract.
That's probably what we were tasting. That was probably the texture.
It's the last ingredient. Keep it dry in cool place.
I can't find anything about it. Yeah, that was.
Have you tried going to Ziad.com?
It didn't even. It popped up as that being a recipe.
www.ziad.com. It's a product of Turkey. It's weird that turkeys can cook this.
Gobble gobble. Yeah. So
what a way to celebrate the 4th of July. With whatever this paste was, a can of Pringles and some shitty Coca-Cola.
I guess there's different kinds. There's like a Greek halva. There's a Turkish one, like an Israeli one. Israeli halva recipe.
We should try and make this.
I want to know, like, is it all... It's straight up... It's fudge. I don't know what we were getting, but, like, that's fudge. That's what it is. There's different...
Yeah, that looks like fudge. If you asked me what that was, I'd say fudge. If you asked me what this was, I would... If you just showed me outside, I would say pizza dough.
Was it imported? No, when does it expire? I feel like people don't check the shelves in that section.
September 15th, 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the first thing I looked at.
Well, that didn't taste like fudge.
You can take that with you because I'm not eating that.
I'm not going to eat it. Well, whatever.
Yeah, make somebody else eat it.
Store in a dry... How do I... What did it say?
Cool and dry place. So put sunglasses on it.
Okay. Alrighty.
Yeah, we're at 49 minutes.
I gotta go.
Yeah, Jordan's leaving. Patreon.com/GTI. I guess I have to say that. We should make an OnlyFans account for this.
Is that like a webcam shit?
It's like people
$50
porn photos typically.
Yeah, now I'm good on that.
You don't. Well, I mean, you don't have to. You can just put whatever on there.
No, I don't want an OnlyFans.
No, we should make an OnlyFans. If I make an OnlyFans for this.
No.
What?
No, I'm not doing that.
You didn't even know what I was gonna ask. All right, I guess that's it. No OnlyFans for now. We're gonna look into it though.
No, that's people just like begging for money.
Yeah, what do you think we're doing? Give us money.
You are.
Yeah. That was fun.
Fans.
Jordan's going on OnlyFans.com right now.
Why am I'm getting a ton of friend requests on Facebook.
Uh,
That usually doesn't happen.
yeah, I guess the podcast is over.